Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this special episode, we're going to be taking a look at manifesting with the 0, 3, 6, and 9 energies. So just so you know, it does not matter what your life path number is. That is not in the equation here. So this, regardless of what your life path number is, this is for you. So one of Nikola Tesla's famous quotes was, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe." I'm going to add the 0 into that quote because that is the starting point of absolutely everything. So there's endless resources on the internet that dive into the science and the mathematics behind the 3, 6, 9, many of which are not only fascinating, but pretty mind-blowing. For instance, with the number 9, this root energy is present everywhere within the universe relative to space and time. So for example, 9 can be found within the speed of light, within the diameter of the sun, the earth, the moon. The vibration of Om is 432 hertz, or 9. So in Hinduism, 108 is a sacred number, which if you add it together, 108, you get 9. There are endless examples of the mathematical and spiritual and scientific occurrences of the number 9, as well as the 3 and the 6. Again, there's a tremendous amount of resources online and many fascinating rabbit holes that you can take your time and go down to better understand these energies and their presence within our lives. And I absolutely encourage you to do so. Prepare to be amazed. However, today, for the purposes of this podcast, I want to focus on the 0, the 3, the 6, and the 9 from an intuitive and a numerologist's perspective. I'm going to share some of the best practices for working with these energies in a practical and metaphysical way in order to manifest the life of your dreams. I'll be referring to the 4 equivalent cards in tarot for visual aids. So for those of you who are familiar, or those of you who are not familiar with tarot, and you have your own deck or you want to look them up online, I highly recommend doing so, again, for like a visual aid. The cards that I will be referring to will be the Fool card, which is the 0 energy, the Empress card, which is 3 energy, the Lover's card, which is 6 energy, and the Hermit card, which represents 9 energy. My goal here is to break down each energy and then share some best practices for working with these universal vibrations, again, to harness your own unique power as a manifester, turning your dreams into reality with the assistance of numerology. So let's get started. Let's first take a look at the overall vibration of each number, and then we'll take a look at how to put them into practical use for the purposes of manifestation. And I'll be sharing with you a visualization and a journal exercise that you can utilize if you choose to. So first, we have the energy of the 0. This energy, this is the clean slate. Nothing and everything, where everything must begin, where there are no rules, no restrictions, no parameters, no limits. This is where the inception happens. This is where the idea originates and where the first stroke of genius is initiated. From this space, anything and everything is possible. All of creation, all of life, every thought, every action originates from this void, from nothingness, from the silence, from the 0. This is the space, the gap between the words, where everything moves from nothing to something. And so from this vibration, this space, literally anything is possible. Within this vibration of the 0, the artist, that's you, the creator, that's you, the manifester, that's you, has full creative freedom and is capable of anything. The 0 doesn't guarantee results. That's up to us. The 0 gives us the space to begin. Now, in tarot, this energy is represented by the Fool card, indicating new starts, fresh beginnings with freedom and originality, taking risks, idealism. The world is at your feet, so to speak. Inexperience, embarking on a new journey, a new adventure, armed with excitement, passion, curiosity, and hope. In tarot, the Fool represents maybe energy, because this is the starting off point. What happens from here largely depends on our own actions and our choices and how we shape and work with this potential within the vibration of the 0. There are 0 limitations here and endless possibilities. How we work with this energy will make all of the difference. Moving on to the 3. This is the vibration of creation. The action of taking the ideas, the inspiration, the dreams, and finding ways to turn them into something tangible. This is the creative, life force energy moving through us with the hopes of being turned into something concrete. The unseen becoming the seen. The energy of the universe experiencing itself within physical form. You could see this as 3 representing 1, the universe or the unseen, 2, the physical 3D reality, and 3, you and me, the conduit or the creator that needs to be present to make it all happen. Without the creator, the energy stays within the space of the 0. Without you, this energy doesn't move. It can't be transformed. These 3 ingredients are always needed: the energy or the unseen, the creator, and the container or physical reality to be tangible. The creator, again, that's you, plays the role of the bridge, bridging concepts and bringing them to life. The 3 is where the ideas born from the 0 begin to take shape and where they're created. Now, in tarot, this energy is beautifully depicted by the Empress, the conduit connecting to both the earth and the unseen and moving abundance from the ethereal into the physical in beautiful harmony. This card depicts conception, growth, birth and creation, abundance in physical form, all originating from the unseen as an idea, inspiration, or dream by the imagination. The creator, or the conduit, is the nurturer. It's the one to help the dream be born and come to fruition. So hint, none of this happens without you. You are the Empress. You are the key ingredient. Remember that when you lose sight of your worth in this world, remember that you are crucial to anything within your experience being born into this physical reality. The 6. The 6 is the vibration of unconditional love, true divine love. It's the nurturer. Connections, soul contracts, helpers, choices all fall under this 6 energy. The 6 requires integrity and commitment to some degree in order to work. The 6 energy infuses love into whatever it touches. With this energy, the nurturing vibration helps things to grow in a healthy, authentic, and loving way. Without the energy of the 6, that love and nurturing, nothing would be sustainable or grow in a way that is beneficial. Peace and harmony are also strong signatures of the 6 energy. So anything infused with this energy holds the intention for expanding on that vibration. 6 energy brings a tremendous power for good, bringing the vibrations of joy, love, beauty, and justice into whatever it touches. The 6 energy also is the vibration of generosity, kindness, patience, and tolerance. The 6 seeks to bring seemingly opposing factors into harmonious union. Now, in tarot, the 6 energy is referenced by or referred to by the Lover's card. So in addition to the majority of the characteristics and traits that I just mentioned, the Lover's card also indicates choice, discernment, and seeing the truth of something as well as what is false. The human figures on the traditional Lover's card represent male and female, opposing factors of one source, the conscious and subconscious, positive and negative, action, rest, polarities that we need in order to create, including intuition, logic, wisdom, and knowledge, and so on. The polarities are each needed in order to create. They have to come together in union. Now, with choice, we have a choice to love or not. We have a choice to move from love or not. That choice sets the groundwork for the vibration. And without love, you aren't working with the power of the 6, right? That love vibration has to be there. It has to be infused in whatever it is that you're manifesting or working with in order to truly be working with that vibration of the 6. Okay, moving on to the 9. The 9 represents the higher spiritual self. This energy is within everything, and so it encompasses the all energetically. The 9 energy is that of the soul, of the unseen, of the divine. This is a vibration bigger than self, but that self is an integral part of it. This is an energy of surrender and service, of selflessness and allowing. This is a highly spiritual energy that cannot be described, but only felt and experienced. Working with this vibration means to be in partnership with the highest expression of yourself, your own divinity, and in doing so, releasing control and surrendering to the divine to do its part within the process. Ultimately, allowing your own higher consciousness to take the wheel and to work its magic without the interference of the thinking mind and the ego. Divine timing, intuition, higher consciousness, guidance, it's all part of this very special vibration. When working with this energy, spiritual enlightenment can occur, right? So deep introspection, self-reflection, and tremendous amount of soul searching occurs with 9 energy. Ultimately, this energy removes the ego from the equation and takes into consideration the divinity within all and the connectivity to all through that divinity. 9 energy, similar to that of the 0, represents the unseen. The believing is seeing, and the divine thread that is a part of and connects each of us not only to each other, but to everything within the universe. You are the unseen, and the unseen is you. So when you, quote unquote, ego, surrenders, you are ultimately surrendering to yourself or the soul. The 9 represents spiritual mastery and connection to the highest level. Now, in tarot, the vibration of the 9 is represented by the Hermit card. This is a card of spiritual mastery, indicating that we are divine beings operating within the physical world. This is ageless wisdom, setting apart those who are stuck in ego and knowledge and those who are moving into enlightenment. The Hermit is a symbol of that wisdom as he shines his light for others to see, indicating that our knowledge and wisdom are empty and meaningless unless we share that with others. Our light is not meant to be kept under wraps or hidden. It's meant to be shown and shared and experienced. The true inner self is exposed under the 9 energy. As you become the humanitarian, as you become that universalist who reaches out to others to help lighten their burdens through your own understanding, wisdom, and compassion and selflessness, through your own divinity. The Hermit represents soul searching, inner guidance, spiritual enlightenment, divinity, and overseeing the 3D reality. So ultimately, your own higher consciousness coming through into this physical reality to do good. Solitude, introspection, and contemplation are also represented on the Hermit card and through the 9 energy. Ultimately, surrendering to the unseen, the divinity to your own higher consciousness or soul, and releasing the need for the ego to have control over the outcome. In a nutshell, that is the 9 energy. Okay, so now that you have sort of a greater understanding of these energies, let's take a look at how to put them to practical use when trying to manifest within the physical reality. I would say that this is probably best done as a visualization and a journaling exercise, but explore what works best for you to be able to feel into the energies and explore their magic the most deeply, because it has to work for you for it to be able to work at all. Ultimately, there is no sort of rule book for this. However you find that works for you to be able to harness, integrate, and work with these energies, that is the correct way for you. And seriously, feel free to share your discoveries below in the comment section, because your wisdom, your light, just like with a 9 Hermit energy, could assist someone else on their journey of discovery. Now, the following is just a guideline. Use this to create your own best practices. For the purpose of this resource, I'm going to be outlining these as part of a visualization journaling exercise. Obviously, the more that you do it, the more that you integrate these energies and sort of work that muscle. Try to schedule or block a time each day, each week, each month, or whatever works for you that you know that you can realistically honor and show up for, and then stick with it. This exercise can be used for anything you wish to manifest, or if you simply want to just work more deeply with these energies, this is a great exercise for that. And remember, when we speak of manifestation, we need to first realize the ego's need for control. We need to be open to how the universe, our higher self, will present the manifestation, because we're working with vibrations and energy here. So focus on the feeling. If you're trying to manifest love or a person, it doesn't serve us to focus on a specific person, because first and foremost, we all have free will, right? So it serves us to focus on the feeling of the experience that we want to manifest. How do we want to feel? Then be open to whatever packaging the gifts arrive in. Chances are it will be different than what our limited, ego mind created for us, because often it's going to be much bigger and possibly beyond our own comfort zone. Then all we need to do once it arrives is say yes to it. The key component here is to keep an open mind and an open heart. I would also suggest, if you're going to do this as a journaling exercise, to get a journal that you adore, that you like working with, that you like picking up and feeling, you like the texture of it, you like the way, again, the aesthetic of it. Because that will entice you. You'll look forward to journaling then. You'll look forward to working with this book, right? So I would suggest getting something to write in that makes you feel good by looking at it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Find a quiet space with no interruptions. Turn off your phone. Turn off anything that's going to potentially interrupt your flow. Close the door. Again, set aside this time for yourself and honor this time for yourself. Step 1, working with the 0, the Fool energy. Close your eyes. Visualize that you have entered a room that is completely white. There's nothing in the room except for you. Suddenly, you're surrounded by crayons, markers, paint, and paintbrushes of every possible color. And you are the greatest and the only artist of your story. And now you know that you're free to create whatever your heart desires. Let your imagination run wild. Let your inner child out to play. Take a moment before you start to draw to think about what it is that you want to draw on this blank canvas. The options are endless. You have unlimited freedom. There's zero limitations in this room. The possibilities are endless. So with this vast amount of creative freedom, what do you draw? In your journal, once you've had some time to think about what it is that you want to draw, write down everything that came to you. Even if the mind tries to limit you or stop you, move beyond that. Write down everything that came up for you as you sat in this blank canvas with all of the colors of the rainbow and all of the colors possible. What came to you through your imagination that you want to create, that you want to draw, that you want to manifest? Write that down in your journal. Once you've had some time to really think about and explore all that creativity, and you've written it down in your journal, move on to step 2, working with the 3 energy, the Empress. This is where you begin the creation process. So again, close your eyes. Visualize yourself starting to create your dream. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who's there with you? Who is helping to build this dream with you? What limitations are you facing? Visualize yourself overcoming those limitations easily. Who did you call in to help you with that? And it's okay to not know who specifically showed up. Simply visualize how it feels to have that support along the way. Visualize achieving this goal, this manifestation. Visualize this manifestation coming to fruition, that your harvest is ready to be gathered. How does that feel? How does that completion of that goal, of manifesting your dream into reality, how does that feel for you? What does it look like for you? It's okay to imagine specific people, places, or things here. Just know that the actual manifestation may have different packaging. So ultimately, focus on how you feel with this manifestation. Now, once you have this manifested, once you have created whatever it is that you want to bring into your physical reality, visualize how your life has changed now that you have manifested. Take some time to journal about your experience with this visualization. Now remember, nothing within your life can happen without you. You are the conduit. You have the final say. Do not underestimate that power. Do not give that power away. You are the creator within your own life. The energy of the 3 simply assists you in bringing that magic to life, but it can only happen with you. You are the creator. Once you finish journaling, move on to step number 3, working with the energy of the 6, the lover's energy. Close your eyes and visualize how you will now care for and nurture this manifestation. Review the why behind why it is that you wanted this dream to become a reality in the first place. How does it feel? Is there love and integrity present? If not, visualize love and integrity being infused into your manifestation. How does it feel now? Did anything about the manifestation shift once that love and integrity was infused? Visualize how you will continue to infuse love and nurturing into this manifestation ongoing. Who will you call in to help support you in that process? Again, if you don't know who specifically, focus on the feeling of being held and supported through this journey. Next, visualize all of the good, all of the love, all of the joy that your manifestation brings not only you, but others as well. Focus on the feeling of that vibration of love flowing from your creation. Journal about how you feel and what came in for you through this step. Last, but certainly not least, we move into step number 4. Working with the 9 energy, the Hermit. Now, this step is quick, but it requires trust and patience. This is, for a lot of people, the hardest step. Close your eyes. Visualize your higher self walking into the room that you're in, that is no longer a blank canvas now, but all the walls, the ceiling, the floor, everything's colored with your manifestation blueprint. You have completed the work. You have done the drawing. You have created the manuscript. And now your higher self has entered to do its part of the manifestation process. Visualize that you move over to your higher self, you hug your higher self, and then you hand over the crayons and the art supplies. And this is the most important part. You then exit the room. You close the door behind you, and you trust your higher self to work on your behalf for your greatest good. You go on with your day, you go on with your life, and you do not keep going into the room to check on the progress. It's in good hands. Your only job now with this manifestation is to be patient and open to whatever arrives within divine timing. Visualize the feeling of surrendering to your higher self and releasing the need for control, knowing that you did your part. If at any point in time you start to feel anxious or you feel that need for control creeping in, come back here and visualize surrendering once more and how that feels, knowing that your higher self always has your best interest in mind. Everything is always working in your favor, even when it appears otherwise. This step is about surrender and trust. So as you visualize turning everything over to your higher self, exiting the room, wiping your hands of this manifestation, knowing that your job is done and you move on with your day, journal about the way that feels. Your feelings around surrender, around being open-minded and open-hearted and patient. And again, no more peeking into the room. No more going in there and trying to make modifications. Surrender, turn it over. You can always go into another room to start another manifestation. And that's it. You have successfully worked with these energies. And there's always a new room waiting to be entered, full of all of the supplies that you need to create masterpieces in this lifetime. Enjoy the process and never underestimate your unique power as a creator, because none of this happens within your life without you.